Welcome to Rise and Shine Daily Business Tech Boost with me, Charly Leetham. If you're a small business owner looking to simplify technology and get real, actionable advice from someone with 35 years of IT experience, you're in the right place. Every episode, I'll dive into tools and systems like email, CRM, marketing and tracking, and break them down into bite-sized tips you can use right away. Your time is valuable, so let's get straight to the point. It's time to work smarter, not harder. Your daily dose of business tech inspiration with me, Charly Leetham. Episode number 400 today. 400 episodes, go figure. Going to be talking about choosing the right tools for your business. Yeah, we've spoken about this before. I'm going to speak about it again, and I will probably talk about it again. It's always a good one to come back to and review and revise. I don't suggest you do it all that often, but I would suggest doing an audit of your technical tools, your tech tools, the tools that you use in your business to deliver your business, your online tools specifically, on a semi-regular basis, every 6 months, every 12 months, maybe a mini review every 6 months and a fuller review every 12 months. Even, well, let's go into that and dig down into it. First of all, why is choosing the right tools for your business important? It's a bit of a Dorothy Dixer, but let's have a look at it. First of all, it's going to help your efficiency and your productivity gains. Choosing the right tools will help you streamline your workflows, reduce manual tasks, and it's going to save you time. When you've got the right tools working in the right way with the right people, it's going to save you time. For example, switching from spreadsheets to a CRM may, not always, may help track your customers and follow-ups. Cost effectiveness over time is another thing. Some tools may have upfront costs, but they're going to save you money in the long run by reducing errors, minimizing wasted time, and increasing output. I'm going to come back to that one in a minute. It's going to help you grow and scale your business by having the right tools in place at the right time. And it's also going to help you make data-driven decisions. All right, let's have a look at some of those things. Why did I say cost effectiveness over time is important? And some of these tools are going to do it. So many of us, especially when we're in micro businesses or small businesses and our money is tight, try to find free tools to do things. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't use free tools. I need you to be smart about it, though. I'd like you to be smart about it, though. How much time are you spending trying to find the free tools to do what you want when you know that there's a perfectly good tool sitting there that's going to cost you $100 a month, $97 a month, $200 a month? And by spending that money, you can then get on and do the work that you need to do rather than doing all this research to find something that may or may not give you everything that paid tool does. So you've got that trade-off there in terms of how much time do you spend doing your research to actually getting in and putting something in place that you can get going in and get traction. Not business talk business talk bingo, isn't it? There's another word for it. There's another name for that, but I won't use it on these podcasts. So getting the rubber to the ground and getting moving and getting momentum going within your business. The other part of that is how much time do you spend on the free tool fixing issues? Because, and I'm not saying this is the case with all free tools, some free tools are fantastic, but some of them aren't very well maintained. Some of them don't necessarily work as well as they say they do, and you get them in and you're halfway through doing something and it breaks, or it doesn't interact with something, or it doesn't, there's a software conflict with something else. And getting the support on it might be a little bit more difficult because it's free. Who wants to? Some people don't support free tools like the paid tools are done. It's always a bit of a trade-off. I'm not saying that that's always the case, but it's something you do need to be aware of. So The cost effectiveness over time is about choosing something that works for you, what gives you, I'm going to use the Pareto principle, 80% of gives you 80% of what you want, versus getting 20% of what you want in a fruit. You get it. So cost effectiveness over time. And honestly, if you're paying for a tool, it's highly likely you've got abilities to, or the ability to upgrade it and scale it as your business grows. The other thing you need to do is make sure that you're choosing the right tools for the business. So not only, are you choosing the right type of tool, but are you choosing the right tools? Now, I mentioned earlier about migrating from spreadsheets to CRMs and how that might improve your functionality, might improve your customer tracking and follow-ups. I've been doing a lot of work with a lot of companies over the last few months about things just aren't working for us. We just don't know why. And I'm like, well, what's your process? How is it working? What do you do? Oh, well, we put this into this spreadsheet and then we need to copy it out here, and or we get an email in and we've got to manually take the data out of the email and put it into the spreadsheet. Or someone sends us in a written order and we've got to translate that and put it into something, and then that's got to go from there to there and then to there, and we're doing a lot of double handling. When I sit down and ask a business about how that works, they go, well, it just does. Like, where's your process? What is it? Where is your process that defines what the inputs are and what your outputs are, so that we can work out what actually has to happen in between? Where is the process that shows your customer journey through your company, from being a cold prospect to being a customer to being a long-term customer? Well, we don't have it. It's important that when you're looking at your tool set, that you actually understand a reasonable amount. I'm not saying you need to have everything 100%, but you do need to have an idea of what it is you're trying to achieve, rather than looking at a tool and going, how can I use that tool? That tool looks cool. How can I use it? You need to be able to say, that tool looks cool. I can use that here. It gives me this information, and if I put it here, it will interface with this, it will interact with that, it will give me integration here. Isn't that a much better way of doing it than getting something and going, this looks really, really shiny object syndrome. It looks really great and everyone's raving about it, but I can't see how I can use it, or I'm spending so much time working out how I can use it in my business and it's not helping me. That's why choosing the right tools is important, but as important, not just more importantly, but as importantly, you need to know what it is you need your tools to do. So is a spreadsheet a good way of managing your customer flow, your customer data flow? Does that work? Yes, for now it works. Keep doing it. And this is why we then need to come back into doing periodical reviews. I would once every couple of months go, okay, how's our processes working? Where are we starting to notice that we've got problems? Where are we starting to notice that this isn't working as well, or this keeps tripping us up, or it's costing us a lot of time to handle this particular thing. Once you start to get those sorts of data points, that's when you know that that tool is probably the next tool you need to look at and say, can we do this better? I certainly wouldn't recommend jumping in boots and all and going, well, we need something to do this better and let's just blow it all up and put something new in there. You do need to do your needs analysis. You do need to do your research. You do need to know what your processes are and where your problems are. And then you can sit down and do some ticks and flicks and say, does this do what we want? No, get rid of it. Does this do what we want? That looks pretty good. Let's put that one to the side. That's one that we need to consider. Then you can work out how to test it. Alrighty, guys, look, I can go through a whole heap of tools that you should have within your business, that you might want to have within your business. More importantly, I think you need to know what it is you're currently doing, what your objectives are in using those tools, what your inputs are, what your outputs are, and where you're having issues. If you've got any questions on this, or you want to dig down further or talk about, what's a needs analysis? How do we handle it? What do we do? How do we manage it? Drop some comments in the videos below, Drop some comments below wherever you're watching or listening to this video. I'd love to answer the questions. Send me a DM on any of our social media channels. You can come across to my locals community, askcharlyleetham.locals.com. Join the conversation there. If you can, like this video, I'd love for that. That would definitely help get this podcast out there. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, guys. Hey there, thanks so much for tuning in to Rise and Shine, your daily business tech boost. I hope today's episode gave you some actionable insights that will make your business tech work smarter for you. If you found value, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with other small business owners who could use a daily boost. For more tips, tools, and resources, visit www.askcharlyleetham.com. Until next time, keep rising, keep shining, and let's make tech simple together.